What's up, Bulls Nation? And welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Play it again. Bulls win. Come on, Joey. Bulls win. One more time for DR. Bulls win. Let's do this. Hit him, Matt.
DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download their app. Be sure to use promo code CHGO when you sign up.
Woo!
I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Join by my guys, Big Dave.
Bow. Bow.
BAWL Sports.
In the face.
Will the GOAT. Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb.
Yeah.
Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis, is at Joey Spathis. We are CHGO_Bulls. And they aren't dead yet, gentlemen.
Nope. Still kicking.
Bulls come back from down 19
Woo!
to beat the Raptors in Toronto.
Talk sexy to me, man.
109-105 is the final.
Mm-hmm.
This means the Bulls will head down to Miami to play the Heat in another win-or-go-home game on Friday night. Winner gets the 8th seed and a Game 1 date with the Bucks on Sunday. Doesn't all of that sound like so much fun?
There it is. Joey Hethro. You know
Joey
it's going to be on the
let
night.
me just get this out of the way.
Come on, get him, Matt.
I'm happy for the Bulls who pulled out a gritty victory. I'm happy for everyone who's happy right now in Bulls Nation.
Thank you, Matt.
But this is the dumbest, most pointless shit that I am not happy about. In the great words of Eric from Billy Madison, nice try, ass white, but you're just delaying the inevitable. You needed the Raptors to have a historically bad night from the free throw line. What was 18 of 36? The Raptors took 36 free throws and only made 18 of them. If they have a normal, respectable night for the free throw line, they win this game.
But they didn't.
They win this game.
But they didn't.
Which, gentlemen, leads me to lots to talk about in this game.
Sure.
Is DeMar DeRozan's daughter the most valuable player of this win?
MVP. This is why I like going to the postseason. It's moments. That kind of shit is a moment. His daughter just became a thing in front of our face. That is a moment. They will be talking about this all night, all day. That is a moment, dog. That is all night. That's when you were screaming, who the hell is this yelling?
It was driving me crazy.
Insane. And
then, Will, you saw some tweet that you found that was like, okay, we've narrowed down who the screamer is.
Yep.
And it's DeMar's daughter.
And then the camera went on her, and you saw her in all her awesomeness and her glory with her gear that she had on, snapping.
Yo, that jacket was sick.
Jacket was sick, dog. It was on point. And it seemed like it worked, don't it? It seemed like it worked. You're at home. You're not expecting to hear somebody shrieking at the top of their lungs while you're shooting.
As someone who was once a child screaming his lungs out at the United Center anytime someone on the opposing team took a shot.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of that.
Yes, it was beautiful.
That takes commitment.
It was beautiful.
Her voice is going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But
she's young.
She was steady.
Yeah.
From the first free throw to the last.
You know, with a Sour Patch joints in her hand and everything. Just, coating the throat, making sure it was all right. Damn it, that's what it's about, y'all, is those kind of moments right there. And also it's about the kind of moments that we saw Zach LaVine have on the damn floor. Zach LaVine, atrocious in the first half. Trash in that first half. I told Billy, please sit that man down in the first half. I didn't need to see him back out there again in that first half. He came out in that third quarter, heard it loud and clear. He knew what he was doing incorrectly, said, I'm going to correct some things. What did he do? Started attacking. When he started getting a couple of those and ones, and then he started those free throws start going down. And again, getting to the line is damn important. The man took 15 trips to the line. I've got to look up his regular season numbers because I need to know if that's the most he's been this season. I got to look that up.
It very well could be.
It's close. If it ain't, it's damn close. I know that for sure. Because it wasn't, I think, 3-4 times he did it this season? But regardless, man, 13 of 15 from the line. In the second half, he dropped 17 in the third quarter. Outrageous. That pull-up three he had when he just dribbled down the court, pulled up, and stuck that bad boy right in their face. I was like, oh, shit. What are we watching right now? The layups he was hitting. He was not thinking. He was just doing. He was just going. He was doing what we've been begging Zach LaVine to do and begging Zach LaVine to be. Will, you talked about it, how you wanted to see Zach have that kind of game. You know what I'm saying? In this game, you wanted him to just see him have one because, again, this is what the postseason is for. You want to see your guys do their thing out there. He hasn't had that moment. Well, guess what? He damn sure got one now. That's what it's for. Go, Will.
Let's hear from the man who picked Zach LaVine as his X factor in pregame.
Because he's smart.
He needed to have this kind of game for many different reasons. But first and foremost, if the Bulls were going to win this game. It was not going to happen given the way that they were defending DeMar. I was actually surprised that they weren't aggressively trapping DeMar even more.
I agree.
It felt like they were single covering him throughout at least the early parts of the game. But Zach was sensational in the second half. I think he had 30 of his 39 points in the second half. His career high is 17 free throws, so just under that. This is number 2. Of course, these stats don't count because the play-in doesn't actually count towards anything,
Only
which
the
is
wins.
super annoying, but we will remember this as being probably Zach's best performance in any like meaningful basketball game.
Yes.
And for a guy that you just paid $215 million and who really hasn't had a like signature game, I think this was needed, and it feels good for Zach to just get that in the like bag it and just move on to the next one.
And not only that, it's the way that it happened. I needed every bit and drip and drop of that 39 points and 6 rebounds.
Especially like in that third quarter when he was starting to heat up and it was still like, okay, the Bulls would cut it to 14 or 12 or 9, and then the Raptors would hit a big shot and push it back up. Zach had some tough buckets in that stretch of the third that kept the Bulls within striking distance.
No, you're right. It was several times we were like, damn, that's a tough shot. Oh, shit.
That baseline and one he had?
Dude, mean. The step back that he had.
It like had Doris Burke's jaw on the floor.
Yeah, right. Seriously. The one
pressing Doris is not easy to do.
Not easy thing, man. But the one he had, the free throw line extended when he stepped in and he caught the elbow in his back and he still was strong enough to turn and hit the shot. I just knew that was a miss. And nope, buckets. Like, he was on fire. And, I mean, DeMar wasn't DeMar. Like, he was DeMar, but he wasn't DeMar. You know what I mean? You needed that dude. And this is why you wanted Zach LaVine to be that guy, man. I'm so happy for him. Of course, I'm happy for the team in Bulls Nation, but I am extremely happy for Zach LaVine because he got to have that moment, and he did it in 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He out there playing, bro. Like, he's out there. 12 of 22 from the field is awesome. And he was only 2 of 7 from 3, but those were 2 of the biggest threes, man. Because remember, they weren't doing jack crap like the first half and the beginning of the second half. Beginning of the third quarter, excuse me. They weren't doing jack crap out there. Jack crap. Sorry, in School of Rock too. But but he was 2 of 7 from the 3-point line. But the one that he took was super confident. Like I just talked about, the pull-up, elbow extended 3-pointer that he hit. Huge. That last play, when they got the inbounds, and again, congratulations to them on doing an inbounds correctly twice. The one he got the inbounds and he immediately went baseline, we were both just waiting for the ref to blow a whistle and say he stepped out of bounds. Yeah. Because that's what we're used to. And you're watching the replay, he was nowhere near it.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
And when the whistle blew and it was a foul and not Zach stepped, I was shocked. I was just assuming. I was like, oh, yeah, that's a Zach stepping out of bounds.
Seriously, man. Shocked about it. Shocked. But he did it, and he got a foul call. Another thing we weren't used to seeing happen. He was getting foul calls all the time, especially in that second half. This was Zach LaVine's game. He carried the Chicago Bulls in a postseason victory. It feels good to say that for him.
And look, I see lots of people in the comments getting joy and poking fun at how miserable I am right now, and that's fair.
It was
Y'all
fun.
Get your jokes off, because guess what? If it were flipped, you know I am someone who enjoys the crap out of other people's misery.
All in, man.
And I will say this one thing.
Sure.
When we were in pregame talking about Will saying Zach's got to have a big game, what did I say? Shout out Will Purdue.
What did we say?
I said the only way I'll be okay with the Bulls winning this game is if Zach LaVine is the reason they win this game.
You did.
Here we are. That. Great.
This is
great.
This is you being
if I got to put up with more bullshit Bulls that aren't going to actually do anything in the playoffs, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-friggin-doo.
I mean, Zach had you say towards the end of that first half, sit him down.
Down.
And I was like, dude, if Billy benches him, out of the normalcy of the rotation, he's going to go into halftime pissed off. He's going to, piss and moan about it. He's going to get in his head, and he's going to come back out and play worse in the third.
Exactly what you said.
Billy stuck with him, rode him out that first half. He came back and had the third quarter of his freaking life. And I'm okay with that.
That's right.
I'm more than okay with that. I love that.
That's right.
Because as you both said, it is the game that Bulls fans have been waiting to see from Zach LaVine.
That's it.
Since he got here.
It's why
in a game that mattered.
It's why you go to the postseason for these moments. This is why you go there for this kind of shit.
Now,
right here.
When you get to the postseason, if you start off the night 2 of 17 from 3,
not looking good.
It's usually not going to go well for you.
Not good, Bob.
But the Raptors said, here you go. We'll shoot 50% from the free throw line.
Now,
and to counterbalance things.
And again, the Raptors came out looking like the Golden State Warriors from 3. Did we not see VanVleet hitting half-court shots to end the second quarter? That ain't normal.
What's the only play that had me out of my seat in the first half?
Ran a lap. Why didn't you want to run a lap with me when the game was over, Matt?
Because I was pissed off and miserable when the game was over.
With me, man. Yay! Running around. Let me celebrate half victories. I celebrate full ones. The full victory of the Chicago Bulls. God damn it. Give me that win. Give me the win, Will. Give me the W.
Well, you mentioned the missed free throws. The Raptors just completely collapsed in the second half. They were 8 of 19 on threes in the first half. In the second half, 3 of 12.
Called it.
Okay, so they pulled the Bulls in the second half. And if you're not getting, they couldn't make any free throws. The Bulls were getting more steals than them. They can't get anything in the half court. Siakam started really hot. I think he had 19 in the first half. He played well overall, but when you fail to generate offense, you're gonna blow these leads. The power of the 3 is huge. The fact that Zach was just putting his head down and getting to the basket every time. And then you said DeMar, he was a point off his average. He had 7 boards. He was an assist off his average. He shot over 50% from the field. He had a really good game. It just wasn't in the loud sort of way that we have gotten used to. And the fact that Zach was the one that sort of took him home down the stretch just kind of made it sweet.
And the bigger number for DeMar DeRozan, like you pointed, was the blocks that he had. Because those are some key blocks that he pulled out. And again, like you said, 10 of 19. That's the normal. It was just not the DeMar. He was sped up. We talked about that in the first half, how sped up he was because he just was waiting for the double team to come and he didn't want to wait for it. He was like, let me get there, let me get this shot, let me get to the bucket before they start double teaming me. Let me play faster. And DeMar DeRozan is not somebody, who you throw off of his pace, like Luka. You know what I mean? He's not somebody you throw off their pace. They play at their own pace. Jokic too. They play at their own pace. They do how they feel. They're not worried about what you're doing. It felt like he was a little worried about what they were doing because he didn't want to get trapped like that. And we saw what happened, in previous games when that occurred. So he was trying to get to the bucket and score. It wasn't working out for him. But thanks to Zach LaVine doing what he did, it allowed him to kind of slow down. And he got more aggressive. I saw him, with some that athleticism was out for him tonight. The way he was getting to the bucket, and those layups he was finishing with, the dunks he was finishing with. He really left it on the floor tonight, man. Brought that out of the bag. It was good to see.
And, we talked in pregame, too, about the importance of the Bulls not letting the Raptors dominate in points on second chances, the boards, and scoring off Bulls turnovers.
Right.
The Raptors did their thing on the offensive glass. They pulled down 16 offensive rebounds. They gave themselves plenty of second chances. Yeah. But a lot of that in the second half is, as you mentioned, Will, when the Raptors started to go cold. The Raptors came up empty on a few possessions where they got multiple shots at it. The Bulls kind of got a little bit lucky there. But to the Bulls' credit, they won the points off turnovers battle tonight.
They did.
You can live with 10. I think they finished with 10, maybe 11 turnovers. The Bulls did. But they scored 22 off of 16 Raptors turnovers. Yeah, they won that very crucial battle tonight. 9
steals, 10 blocks for the Bulls, only 10 turnovers. You knew that those were the 2 ways that the Raptors were going to try to generate points tonight. We talked about it for the last several days. And if you can win big in one of those categories, you're giving yourself a good chance. The three-point shot was sort of tilted towards the Raptors in the first half, like we talked about. But when that starts to even out and you can just take away one of the things the Raptors do well, what are you leaving them with? How are they generating points? And I think that's why you kind of saw them collapse. They only had 47 points in the second half.
I think that was big what you just said, Matt, that the Bulls had, 11 turnovers against this team? That's impressive from the way that they have been turning the ball over in previous games, even when Lonzo was playing. Like the way they turned the ball over against them, man, and with ease. You know how they turned the ball over. Yeah.
The Bulls had over 20 turnovers in each of their losses to the Raptors this season.
There it is.
They kept it to 10.
That's
11
impressive.
Today.
That's impressive,
big.
man.
I see lots of people in the comments freaking out about how we haven't brought up Patrick Williams yet.
We coming, baby.
We'll get there.
We got more to get to.
We will get there. We also, I see a ton of super chats coming in. We will get to as many of those as we can as we move on, breaking down tonight's win. Almost 800 of y'all out there in Bulls Nation watching along live with us. Hit that like button.
Shout out.
Holy shit.
We would greatly appreciate it.
Joey
wants you to hit the like button. I saw fake Joey in the comments a minute ago.
Fake
we got
Joey's
fake
here.
Joey here too.
Shout out Fojo.
Foey. He
Joeys are
he
here.
likes to be called Foey.
I call him Fojo.
That's cool.
That's my thing for him.
Yeah, that's whatever you want.
Yeah, if you're gonna be fake Joe, we can call you.
Yeah, he doesn't get to choose.
Yeah, exactly.
He's literally impersonating you, so he doesn't get to choose.
Shout out to Christopher who said just give Matt a damn Heat jersey Friday night. Okay, before we continue talking about tonight's game, honest question, Big Dave, as the one who was earnestly rooting hard for a dub between us tonight. What would you rather have? The Bulls go to Miami Friday, fight hard, but come out on the losing side. Or beat Miami, go to that 1-8 matchup with the Bucks, and have to sit there and watch the Bulls get worked in probably a sweep, maybe 5, and essentially a repeat of what we watched in their first round matchup last season. Which of those are you taking?
I appreciate you asking that question. You go to the playoffs. That's the simple response. You go to the playoffs. Toss another one. You go to the playoffs.
Oh, I'm out of hats.
That's what you do in this league is you go to the playoffs. Yes, I want to beat the Miami Heat and go to the playoffs and take whatever ass whooping it waits by the Milwaukee Bucks because you know they coming for that. But, dude, I don't care. You go to the playoffs. This is what it's for. Somebody got to play them. Why can't it be us? Why can't we us go out there and play them, man? Get out there and you play. This is how you get better. Then this is how now I can sit here and talk about, damn, Zach LaVine had a hell of a performance against the Bucks out there. He dropped 50 on them. That could happen right there. That's how you build. Damn, Patrick Williams had a hell of a performance out there. That's something he could build on going into next season. Damn, Kobe White balled out against them. That's something he could build on going into next season. You get better playing in the playoffs, man, especially for these young dudes who need that experience. I like the fact Patrick Williams pretty much only knows going to the playoffs. That's what he knows, or postseason. I shouldn't even say that yet. Going to the postseason is what he pretty much knows. That's what he's used to. He played. Oh, I was about to get into him, and I know I want to wait.
Yeah,
I want to wait. But yes, to answer your question, yes, go to the playoffs.
Hold me back.
If that basically also means that it's going to give the front office confidence to run this back next season.
Confidence to run this back.
Continuity, baby.
I still think they're going to make changes.
We still made it to the playoffs.
You think they wouldn't say that if they made it to the play-in?
That's why I am sitting here, and y'all, some people out in Bulls Nation are calling me a sourpuss, this, that, or whatever. I'm a hater. I'm not a real Bulls fan. It's because every step they take further to pretending to be a legitimate playoff contender is decreasing the likelihood that they'll actually get off their asses and change something that needs changing this offseason.
So even if they get to the playoffs and they could get their ass mollywopped, as you keep saying is going to happen, you think they'll say, well, that's all right.
Happened last offseason, didn't it?
Fair point.
But yeah, I'm not a real fan.
Well, I shouldn't say that. They brought in Drummond and they did bring in Dragic. But yes, they didn't bring in no shooting. And I'm sure they were dependent on Lonzo Ball's knee recovering, which it felt like that was banking on that whole season.
Yeah, but you can't.
Which was the mistake. But yes.
Yeah, you can't operate that way this year.
No.
This offseason, like, that is not.
And that's why I think it will be different. But that's why I think it will be different.
Do you really think AK in any, like, spin zone, as Cody Delmendo would say, like, can he really spin this to be a successful season in any way?
Look how far we made it without Lonzo.
Say, dude, we went to the playoffs.
I get it. And I'm on Team Dave, I think, in this sense. Like, I was team, if it's going to be tank for the 13th seed and actually really improve the lottery chances, then don't do that. But now we're this far. I mean, at least might as well just keep going.
Like, I will say,
I don't know that one or two play-in games is going to change AK's decision when it comes to the offseason. He seems like he's pretty set in his ways. So
if he goes
might
out
as well
and
just
lose to the Heat, he's like,
that's at least just where I'm at.
Now we're going to change. Like, I think the decisions he's going to make regardless of what happens from this game, if they make it or not. That's what's going to happen. But I do think regardless, changes are coming.
Yeah, I think that's I think it's a harder truth to accept because
of what you saw.
Because of what we saw, and also just like it's sort of easier to define it as black and white. We failed. We did not make the playoffs. We have to make changes. We made the playoffs. We competed. We succeeded. We don't have to make changes. And I do think that like both of those things can be true. You can both make the playoffs and realize that you're still not good enough, because I think that's sort of the most likely scenario. However, when you look at that, that's fine. Like we can all agree that's probably like best case scenario. But there's two things that go along with it. And I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because they actually just want to play in game, and that we should be celebrating that. But one,
you hear that?
If they don't make the playoffs, they stay in the lottery and they have a chance to move up in the draft. If they don't move up in the draft, they give up the 11th pick. It's not that much different than giving up the 14th pick. If they make the playoffs, they will give up the 14th pick, which is fine, but you have zero chance of moving up in the draft.
Correct.
And because they have such limited assets right now, if you bring back Kobe, if you bring back Vooch, you're pretty much right up against the tax line, and it becomes really difficult to make any sort of roster changes without doing something drastic. It's kind of hard to formulate an idea of how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Those guys, JJ Polk, AK, Mark Eversley,
That's why they paid the
Pat
bucks.
Conley, much smarter than we are, but it's still going to be really difficult. And I think based on what we've seen the past 3 transaction cycles, it would be easy to question whether they'll actually do anything. But I tend to agree that like winning one game in the play-in is not going to totally change their fate, because at this point, like if they're not operating under the assumption that Lonzo is not coming back, then they've done something dramatically wrong.
Correct.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back on the other side, we will continue talking about all the wonderful things about the Bulls winning this game, including Patrick Williams, who legit showed out tonight.
He did.
While we are doing that, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you're watching along with us on YouTube. And, of course, make sure you are subscribed to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Joey, you know what would make me really happy right now?
Yeah, what's that?
Is if you and I could have a little chat about all the ways our listeners and viewers can save money and energy if they use ComEd's energy efficiency program.
Hold on. Let me sit back for this.
Take a seat, Big Dave. Crack open that freshie.
Crack a freshie.
Maybe
I'm ready for this.
put your feet up next to
I got a
your
freshie
child and next to the belts, because the ComEd energy efficiency program, it's not only here, but it's here, and it's committed to helping families, businesses, Bulls-based podcasts in the community that they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower your energy bills, both now and into the off-season and to the future.
All right.
We're not there yet, Joe.
Stick to the script.
We're not there yet, Joe. But you're right. ComEd offers a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across their territory. ComEd also offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities, like for HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes.
Ooh.
Now, Matt, it may seem like I know everything about the ComEd energy efficiency program,
You know a thing or two.
but I am curious how it works.
Well, let me tell you, Joe. An authorized engineer will work with you, Joey Spathis, a.k.a. Joey 1K, to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. These can be done in person or virtually on your Computron and last approximately 2 hours. Within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects they can start working on immediately. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings and that other thing, cost savings, project costs, potential incentives, and simple payback plans.
Sexy.
If you own a business, don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was that ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
That's right, Joey 1K. Schedule it today at ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Joe.
That was amazing. Computron?
I got him. I got him with that one.
Man. That was pretty good, man. After a win like this, a victory like that, it's only one thing keeping this man going right here. Yes, you see the quaffness. You see the crossness of the legs. You see the chest all swollen up because he be in there hitting them push-ups and typing at the same time. He does both. He's impressive. He does it because he got them 75 high-quality vitamins, them minerals, them whole food source superfoods, and oh, my sweet Lord above, the adaptogens. Ow! AG1, y'all. The athletic greens is what it is. That's what the GOAT gets down with. Let me look at it. Just stare at him one time. Drink it in. It's great. It's awesome. Congratulations. It costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than that cold brew habit that you might have. It's cheaper than getting all those different supplements yourself. You're investing in all-in-one nutritional insurance. It's lifestyle friendly, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything. Anything. Supports your mental clarity and alertness. Hello. On point, y'all. That's what he do.
Hello.
And guess what, man? Also, this morning, I had me some AG1. I did.
Did you?
I really did.
How much did it cost you per day?
Man. It cost me less than $3 per day. I know that much. Come on, Will. I'm on top of these things. It's how I roll, GOAT. I'm sitting next to the GOAT. I got to be right. So to make it easy for y'all, Athletic Greens is going to give you, yes, you, a free 1-year supply of that immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 of those free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/CHGO Bulls. Again, it's athleticgreens.com/CHGO Bulls. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance because at Athletic Greens, I scooped it, I dunked it, I shook it, I drunk it, and then what happened?
You felt it.
God damn right I did. AG1.
Yeah.
Past tense today.
Yes,
You
because it
shook
happened.
it. You drunk it. You felt it.
I'm trying to keep it on the toes sometimes. That's how I roll.
You know,
$3 a day.
I told Will, I don't know if I told you, I recently celebrated my 6-month anniversary as an AG1 member. 6 months drinking
So
the
proud of
AG
you.
every morning.
I'm proud of you, man.
Feel good.
I'm proud of you.
Drink it in.
That's right, Will Ferrell.
That's right. Tip of the cap to you, Ms. Corningstone.
Hey. All right, guys. You want to talk about the man? There was one possession where the Raps were bringing the ball up, and Pat was he checking Siakam? Was Siakam bringing the ball up?
Yes. Yeah, he was bringing it up, and Pat was in
And
his jersey.
I had a flashback to Scotty guarding Magic in the finals. I know that's hyperbole, but the ways in which Pat Williams was playing D tonight.
That is hyperbole for sure.
I said I know it's hyperbole.
I'm agreeing with you.
But you saw the length and the strength of Patrick Williams on the defensive end tonight,
Yeah.
and I loved every second of it.
I think you're absolutely right because I thought of that and of Mark Jackson and Scottie Pippen and how he used to be in his jersey constantly up the floor. It was great. Just using his length and using his strength. You saw Pat use every part of what he does well tonight. Every single part of it on the offensive and defensive side, from the help defense, from the one-on-one up the court, from the contesting of the shots, you know what I mean? Like from the helping on the rebound, he only had 2, but just the fact that him being in there, helping, you know what I'm saying, using his size. And you definitely saw it on the offensive end. Like, I'm trying to remember the one play where he was dribbling and they left him alone. They ended up leaving him alone. It was a mistake. And I'm used to Pat looking for somebody to pass to because he's like, oh, this is how the play is supposed to be run. I should be passing the ball. No, he said, no, I'm going to square up and shoot this 3 in your damn face is what I'm about to do. And he did it. And it was sexy and attractive, and I fell in love with it. It was Halle Berry. It was unreal. Like, from the beginning, though, he had a whole different mentality out there on the floor. When he went up for a dunk on Jakob Poeltl, you saw him go up for the dunk on him, Will.
Did not go so well.
Did not go well.
But it didn't discourage him from trying again.
Correct. Talk that slow talk to me, and that's what I like. Because you saw it the next play when he put the dribble drive, the power dribble, 2 of them things, went up strong on young Jakob and put it down hard. It was great. And that was his second big dunk.
In your
'Cause
face.
The first one, when he went coast to coast, using that speed and told VanVleet, get the hell out the way. Then went up on Siakam. No layups. You know what I'm saying? Nothing off the glass. No pull-ups. No fakes. Hard dunks. And then gave a little talk to Zach when he did it.
I loved that.
Yeah, it was sexy and attractive. It was on point tonight for Patrick Williams. You saw the potential be realized in this game of what he could be. And it was just, honestly, I still think it's a little of it. I think he can do more, but it was just good seeing that.
Yeah, I would say there was some really good flashes.
Yeah.
Which we've seen recently, but like not in a game like this.
Yeah.
For him to be, I want to say 6th on the team in minutes. 4 of 12 from the field, not that great, but you said 2 missed dunks. Like if you put those as makes, he's all of a sudden shooting 50% and 14 points.
Whew.
So obviously he didn't actually do them, but the defensive end I thought was really great. 2 steals, 2 blocks, really getting into passing lanes, being a primary point of attack defender, allows Caruso and Patrick Beverley to be sort of roaming and helping contain the paint. Really just positive signs from Pat tonight. And it's the kind of game where you really need a Patrick Williams sized player to like do things. You can't just like have him be out there invisible.
Correct.
So yeah, really positive, optimistic moments from him, especially like I said, in that kind of game where like you can't shrink in that moment.
No.
Like, you can't get blocked on your first try and then go away.
And it wasn't within the confines or structure of what's going on as far as the offense and flow is concerned.
Yeah.
He was creating it himself. No, give me the ball. I got it. I'm going. This is what's going to happen. And you saw the shots, even though he was clanging early. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Clanging them, but those are the right moves to make. And I'm like, those are NBA moves. Like that's an NBA player right there. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what made it exciting for me, Will and Matt, is the fact that he was going outside of the actual offense and saying, no, I am the offense on this possession, dude. This is mine. I'm doing this, period. And I love that, man, because I haven't seen it. And again, this is why it's important for guys like that in the postseason to do this. It's important for him, man, to do this. You ain't seen him do it all year. When does he start doing it? When it counts the damn most.
And
I love it.
when else does he do it? I was taking note of this, and shout out to our pal Michael Walton, who I also noticed
shout out,
on
Mike,
with a tweet of his. When did Pat look aggressive tonight? When DeMar was getting his brief rests on the bench. For those of you, and I see you, P. Will supporter, doing cartwheels through our comments. Congratulations. Go off tonight.
Go off, King.
For everybody who is still a Pat Will believer and wants to see him blossom into that next level of offensive weapon for the Bulls long term, it's a heck of a lot easier for him to be that involved when DeMar's not on the floor.
Well, it's also, I think, important to realize the context of this game. Like, first of all, 10 points. It's not like he scored 25.
Right.
Secondly,
But he took 12 shots. That's the thing.
He had 5 shots in the first quarter, which was bug.
yeah,
Go
that's
ahead,
fantastic. But I think in the context of this game, when you have a team that's trapping DeMar, that's trapping Zach, as we've talked about, like somebody else needs to actually take advantage of that and take those shots. And I thought for Pat to be the guy to do that, obviously for his confidence and for his growth, that was really key. But I do, 4 of 12 shooting, 33% is like not tremendously exciting. But
for him, what we saw,
I think, wipe away the numbers. And if you just like look at the game that he played, I think you have to feel pretty happy about it.
And you definitely have to feel good about what you saw from him, man. Like in just the variety of ways that he was actually trying to do it. There wasn't a point in time where I thought he was fearful or tentative out there. Everything, every miss and every make, every mistake and every success was within the confines of him being aggressive. And that's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to go out there and do it. We talked about it on the show with Mark K when I was like, DeMar is going to be doubled, and we ain't counting Zach. We're not counting Vooch, but who's going to be the other guy? Who's going to be the one? Like somebody had to be the one to step up and do something. And Patrick Williams filled that role beautifully and admirably, man. Like he was on point with his game. It didn't get big for him that moment. It wasn't lost in it. He was ready for it, man. And I'm telling you, going to the postseason is helping that shit. It helps him do that stuff, man. It really does. He's not worried about it. He's out there hooping.
Speaking of people taking victory laps through our comment section, Laura Lou, shout out.
Laura Lou,
staunch Zach LaVine fan and defender saying, I'm doing backflips. I'm doing millions of backflips on all of you.
Not only Zach LaVine fan, I believe Toronto resident.
Really?
So,
oh wow! So Laura Lou, you about to talk mad shit?
Double meaning for Laura. Good for you, Laura. It's your win in your house.
Long lost twin sister Romina yet?
Shout out to Toronto, by the way. I always love that city. It's a beautiful city.
DeMar was speaking beautifully
Yeah.
about his still lasting feeling of connection to the city of Toronto before this game tonight, which is cool to see.
Still mad at Kawhi to this day for leaving. I am. I don't get it.
Toronto?
Yeah. You gave up being king of a country. A country, Will, not a state, not a province.
You're playing fast and loose with the word country when talking about Canada, Dave.
Okay. Gave up being king of a damn country. Free food. Free. Everything was free. You didn't hear about Kawhi and Dime?
Oh, like what? Like free stitches for when you get impaled by a moose?
No. You didn't hear about free wine, Kawhi and Dime. You didn't hear about this?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah.
When they were giving him free.
Right.
You didn't hear that they were going to give him a free place to live. There were condo operators like, you can come live
there.
there.
The catch being, you have to live in Canada.
Yeah.
Which, I know, like, they got free healthcare and we don't. So they got that going for them. But
free live in Canada and be rich and happy. How dare I?
Is he poor then now that he chose to play for the Clippers?
No, he's super rich. He's still rich. I don't know about the happiness part, but he could have been a king. But hey, he made his decision. He went to LA. Do your thing, sir. But damn, I wouldn't have left.
Man, the comment section's cracking me up tonight. Speaking of which, Joey, let's start rolling through some super chats, shall we?
Rolling.
We have several, and we got to give some love to our viewers.
We will
who are giving us that love.
The super chats. There are a lot of them, so let's just fly through them.
I'm gonna let you take the lead, young Joe.
All right, here we go.
That's scary.
Power hour, speed round. Here we go.
Speed round?
Lightning round. Jelly, $20. I legit thought Toronto was piping in Velociraptor sounds the first couple of times we heard. How do you say DeMar's daughter's name?
Is it Dior?
Yeah, DR.
DR?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I thought, Velociraptor sounds
Shout out,
when we hear DR. Only one true goon of the night, DeMar's daughter. That's from Baconator.
Baconator.
This is a theme that might catch on here.
I think so.
AK, Goon and MVP, DeMar DeRozan, and her on-point scream for every Raptor free throw attempt. They missed 18.
Yes, they did.
Super stud Chris says, I think the Windy City Screamer deserves a hat throw for her.
Windy Screamer. Yo.
For her incredible assist.
Well done.
With the golden
she
vocals.
Gets a hat throw for that.
There you go.
Happy hat throw for baby DeRozan.
Correct.
So that's so far, I think, 4 for 4 on the mentions in the super chats. Gio says, great game from Zach and our Bulls team. I'm excited about taking on Jimmy Buckets and the Heat. It's going to be a tough one for Mark and Will.
Oh, boy, me too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Will, better get ready. Super Span says, LaVine playing like a certified killer. Bulls win.
No lies detected.
AK, P-Will played well. P-Will also needs to go to school of dunking and get eyesight checked. Think he
that one putback? How did he miss that putback?
Yeah, seriously.
He's missed a lot of dunks this year.
Each of his hands is bigger than a basketball.
Yeah, seriously.
How do you miss a putback where he had both of those hands on said basketball?
Huge mitts.
Think he missed like 10 plus dunks. Paul coming along, Bulls fans.
Dunks.
So yeah, but he ends it by saying coming along. So yeah. Aaron Norris says have to give Billy Donovan props as well.
In the second half, yes. I hated him in the first, but second half, yeah, he gets props.
Big Dave, I've been told that Billy does not make adjustments. Shout out to our friend Mark.
Drinking, man.
Billy made all kinds of adjustments in this game.
Yeah, because you heard me over there scream. I was like, where's Derrick Jones Jr.? Where's Derrick Jones Jr.? Billy said, oh, yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. is here. And you saw the game kind of flip when that happened, when he put him in. Because I was asking Will the Go Gottlieb over here, why would you put him in at that moment while Jakob Poeltl, you know what I'm saying, is still? And Will, as intelligent as he is, broke that down as the Bulls want to get out and they want to run. They want to use their speed. And that's exactly what you saw happen. Getting those tips, getting those blocks, and running. And it worked perfectly.
And I was surprised to see it at first, too, just because of the offensive rebounding thing that we've talked so much about. But I think it was also about, like, the pace of play in the half court. When you have guys like Vooch or Drummond in there, obviously Vooch is a really good passer, but if you're taking any extra second, it allows for the Raptors with all their length and speed and intelligence to be able to get back in front of guys and cut off the advantage. And so you need to be able to move as quickly as possible, make decisions, drive, kick, shoot, whatever it is. If you're not doing that faster than the defense is rotating, they're beating you. Yeah. And I thought that was a good adjustment there to try to insert some more speed and pace of play.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, another one here from AK. Are you guys surprised Nurse didn't trap Debo or Zach much?
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit.
They started sending it to him towards the end of the game, but like as the Bulls were already making that comeback and then taking control of the game is when you saw the more like the repetitive trapping.
Yeah, it wasn't as aggressive as I had seen, during the previous seasons and during this season as well. It was surprising, and they took full advantage of it, especially Zach LaVine. He took full advantage of it, and I understood Zach's a little more because Zach was cold. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't want to cheat off of him a little bit, but DeMar, they just said, okay, all right, you had a bad 3 quarters. We'll leave you alone. and he came in and did DeMar DeRozan in the last one, man. So yeah, man, it was amazing.
And
really
Finn's Clips chiming in saying Billy was making play-by-play subs. He was. Also, he shaved minutes for Patrick Beverly and Ayo Dosunmu, who were not really giving him much in the first half.
Yeah.
Pat Bev played a little bit in the second half,
and then Pat in the fourth.
And then I think, Pat made one huge a couple of huge defensive plays in the fourth.
And big rebound.
I think Ayo played like 20 seconds in the second half.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Billy was definitely adapting and adjusting to this game as it was unfolding, and I think part of the reason why the Bulls were able to get in this game.
Without question, man. Like, you saw it. It was out there. So
all right, let's keep flying through these because we still got a lot more.
Let's do it.
Now the Bulls have to, from Jack, so now the Bulls have to beat Miami, then face their arch nemesis, the Bucks, and Zach went off tonight. Also, DR is the MVP. Yes, all true there.
All true.
The Duke, hear me out. The Bulls made a habit of losing to teams they should beat and beating better teams. Hear me out. The path going forward is filled with better teams. Hear me out. No crappy teams left to lose to. Hear me out. Bulls win the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I don't think I could hear you out all the way through, Duke.
We tried. Jimmy Lit
I see
World.
where you're going, though.
Oh, I like that name, Jimmy Lit World. Great comeback win. Was ready to accept loss halfway in third quarter. Can't do that with this team. But they came back. Interesting strategy, though. Everyone was saying the role players may have to win this game. Zach was like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And that's a really good point, because I think the whole ethos of the Raptors is like, take the ball out of the best player's hands and make everybody else beat you.
Yeah.
And for some reason they were like, well, Zach beat us. And he was like,
They kind of did. They kind of dared Zach. And in the early going, as Dave, you mentioned, you're like, oh, God, they're going to dare Zach to beat us, and it's going to work for them because Zach had 4 turnovers. I think 3 or maybe all 4 were in the early going when he was struggling.
a couple of bad ones.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of the Zach dribbles the ball off his foot turnovers, and that's right around the time Dave was like, yo, sit down, man. Sit down. So the fact that he bounced back from that and made the Raptors pay for giving him the space to operate and daring Zach to beat him, and he did.
And he did, man.
You got to give him credit for that.
Jaxo is back with another $10 set. Siakam choked at the foul line in a critical spot, and the Bulls were great at the free throw line. The Bulls did well against the Bucks this season. That's a good point.
Matt was like,
he did call that, and he missed that second one. Renetta says, yes, CHGO peeps, hit that like button. Please do hit it.
Hit it. Shout out to Renetta, who said on Twitter she was going to stop in because she is now a diehard member.
Diehard.
And if you're not a diehard, become a diehard. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, allchgo.com. You get a free shirt, get beautiful articles, all the above. Diehard, happy hours, hold 9 yards. AK Bulls losing out on playoff ticket revenue and not selling tickets for next season is what actually will force roster change. Making playoffs gives Acme and Reinsdorf a reason not to do much next season. So he's Team Peck on that one.
What's up, AK?
Great.
You speaking my language, buddy?
That's what happened last year, huh?
Laura, who we just addressed, said, I forgot you were streaming. Everyone drop and give me 20 apologies right now in my face.
Wait, why do we drop and give you 20 when you're the one who's late?
I think she's just excited.
That doesn't make any sense. You give us 20.
Let her have it,
Here's a fun one.
She's having an awesome night.
We started to dream as DR started to scream.
Uh-oh.
Then Zach started to attack as the Raptors went flat.
Bars.
The Paw gave a roar saying, you will not score. And much to Matt's Chargan, Joey played Bulls win.
Wait, oh, man. Dude, you got thrown out at home.
Yeah. Chargan Bulls win.
Bro, you got thrown out at home. You was around in third. You was looking good, man. God damn. He's on the way. And then Roberto Clemente from out of right field. Oh, man. Thank you, though, for that, Joe. I did enjoy that.
It was good. Manuel said, Matt, how are you not hype for this? Good win. Zach was amazing. Pat Williams, was sexy. Ugh, so excited for this first round exit.
I love you, Manuel.
We love
always
you.
appreciate your hype
Absolutely.
and your super chats.
Absolutely.
What did I say? Chargan? That's not how it's said.
Chagrin?
Chagrin.
I missed that.
Chagrin.
Missed a chance to make fun of Joey and his terrible English, so I'm a little shocked about that.
Chagrin.
Yes.
Well, he spelled it Chargan. He spelled it wrong.
You're saying he spelled it wrong.
He did. He spelled it Chargin.
No,
Like-
that's Chargin.
So I read it wrong. So
that's how he read
I'm
it.
actually gonna hold.
He's blaming that on you, Just Joe.
You got in a picture.
Jelly, my FSU heart was full tonight seeing Pat and Scotty in the same postseason match. Yes, go Knowles. Siakam choked at the foul line in a critical. Oh, we already read that one.
Yep.
CHGO fellas, T-shirt idea. Billy, don't make adjustments. Yeah, we'll bring it
I
up
don't know
to
if that'll
Eric.
be a hot seller.
Yeah, we'll bring it up to Eric.
I would
one
wear
person.
it.
Right, I know two,
I
actually.
did see somebody earlier asking me where I got this Shy Slamma Jamma shirt. Obvious Shirts. Shout out to them.
Shout out Obvious
Great
Shirts.
people.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
products.
And then Osta says Big Dave going D-Rose with that "Why not us" speech.
Why not?
Why can't
Why can't the Bulls
he be
beat
the
the Bucks
MVP
in
of
the
the
first
league?
round?
I didn't say any of
Why
that.
can't the Bulls win the championship this year?
I'm gonna go.
say that either.
I'm gonna go with a differential of talent. That's why not.
It's a
But
good-
hey,
good thought.
let's get there.
Let's get there,
Let's
man.
beat Miami and
Let's
get there.
go and get there.
Do you have any idea how upset I am that now the two options that lay in front of us are lose to Jimmy and the Heat to end your season,
Yeah.
or probably get swept by the Bucks again.
Well, you probably could have avoided
Shit
all this.
in this hand, shit in this hand. Could have been done tonight, y'all. I hope y'all still are this happy and jovial
Yup.
when you're sitting there in game 4 or 5 saying, holy shit, why do we just sit through this to continue the
Very
misery
happy.
for another 2 weeks?
Incredibly
I
happy.
hope you enjoy every second of it.
Thank you very much,
Could have been
Matt.
done tonight.
Thank you very much. Matt only likes the Bulls and they can go to the second round.
Chargan.
Awesome. Great guy.
Much
I'm
to
getting
my
a
chagrin.
I'm getting a
Must
lot
have
of
hit
flack
Chark.
here.
You should.
He spelled it wrong.
I know.
Okay, I mean maybe still, but
But you rhyme. It was the rhyme. You messed up
Chargan.
his whole rhyme.
it
'cause you
looked
Chargan.
exactly like Chargan. It was like that's how he spelled.
Chargan. We keep charging along. Is what we're doing.
Chargan Ultra
Ultra.
Soft.
Charging to the finish line.
No, if it's Chargan instead of Charmin, it's not ultra soft, it's ultra hard.
Ultra hard, right?
I feel like that sounds better.
Don't squeeze
How
the
about
Chargan.
Chargan
Another
ultra
super
hard.
chat. Alexander Cheatham says, "How about Doris
Alexander
Burke with the
Chargan.
P. Will love?"
It's true. It's true.
Burke,
She was
yeah.
praising Patrick
She was
Williams
definitely
tonight.
praising.
We got
I
another.
was told that it was reminiscent of a young Scotty facing a Magic Johnson.
That's what you heard?
That's what I heard.
That's what you heard in the
I don't,
streets?
I don't know
Was
where
that-
you
was
heard
that-
that.
Streets
I
are
don't know.
saying.
Streets
was that
saying
Matt
this?
Peck who said that, or P.
Yeah.
Will supporter?
That was back.
It was-
Right after I said, I know this
That
is
was-
hyperbole.
That was
He
P.
literally
Will
said
supporter speaking through facts.
Yes.
he gave me a super chat on the side just for me to
He
say
did.
that.
He did.
That's why. But
Jelly's-
no, I saw several other people making
You're
the
accepting bribes?
Patrick Williams, Scottie Pippen comp in the
Nothing's beneath
comments.
him. Are you kidding me? Like, it's all for the people. You, the people.
The people. All right, let's take one more break, and then we'll come back to wrap up with some final thoughts on tonight's game. Maybe look at that Miami matchup on Friday a little bit, and get to any and all of our remaining super chats from y'all hanging out in the comments.
Yeah. It's time to get shady.
Oh,
Put them on your face. Cover it up. Your eyes, they hurt. The light. That's what they do. They hurt. The light is hurting. So if the light is hurting your face, why don't you just roll with the place that never understood? They don't get it. Why are you paying so much money to look awesome? They looked at Will to go. Gottlieb said, you look like Maverick, but dang it, you don't have to pay Maverick money to look like it. Go ahead and get you some of these rays that are shady, y'all, at an affordable price with those premium polarized shades. That is from Shady Rays, independent sunglasses company that offers world-class product, just as good as any expensive pair that you have ever put on your face. Those durable frames and extremely clear optics for those outdoor and indoor adventures. Because you see, he's indoor and he's still having an adventure.
Ew.
And that's not all, y'all. The Matt Peck lost and broken replacements plan. Bam! Glasses on the hat. Crack, snap. Well, guess what? You still get them back because they'll ship it right to you, and that's that.
Snap, crack, still get them back.
And that's that.
Love it.
You see, that's how you do it. That's my jargon. So, yes, man, it's
Never
an
living
amazing
this one
place.
down.
And if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can exchange them also, ladies and gentlemen, or return them for free within 30 days. There is no risk when you shop because their team always has your back. They got you. So exclusively for our wonderful listeners out there, Shady Rays is going to give you their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use the promo code CHGO. That is CHGO for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses in your face. Try yourself the shades that are rated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars by over 250,000 people. I've been told that's a lot because it's Shady Rays, where the Rays are oh so damn shady.
See, you want to know why they're also effective to be worn indoors?
What's
they
this?
cut down the glare of all the Bulls fans out there drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's a little too bright.
A little too bright for you?
Little too bright. How much
Jargon.
Bulls fan is drinking the Kool-Aid right now? Ooh, I do love this. Call me Beer Bear and said, Bucks, get to the series. Caruso kills Grayson. Season of success.
What if they do get to that series?
You maybe hooked me on the line there.
What if they do get that series and put one on Grayson Allen?
Season success.
What if they win 2 games against the Bucks?
He won't care.
What if they win the series?
He won't believe that.
What if I'm elected president in 2024? Not going to happen.
Stick with her hitting Grayson.
Anything is possible.
Stick with hitting Grayson in the face. Stick with that. Across the face.
What
In the
if you
first.
win a Grammy, Will? How about that?
Actually, that can happen, Will. You can win a Grammy.
How?
You can get it for writing, like winning your notes and stuff.
Never
like
heard
that.
him sing a
Writing
note of
Grammys?
anything in my life.
You can get it. You can get a Grammy
Hey,
for that.
Grammys, I'm coming for you.
You can get that. You can get that, man.
There you go.
Spoken word. You
It can
get
all
that.
happen.
It all
Bulls
can
can
happen,
beat the
man.
Bucks in a best of 7. Will's winning a Grammy.
I do think that
I'm
the
elect-
Bulls
I'm gonna be a
beating
president.
The Bucks is maybe more likely than me winning a Grammy.
What's
odds are both low.
improbable, almost impossible goal that you want to set for yourself, Dave?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. I didn't even think of it like that.
As long as we're on the subject.
Win an EGOT. How about
Okay,
that?
that's all of them.
I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I know. Give me an EGOT.
I think he could do it, though.
Thank you very
This
much.
man is talented.
I appreciate that. That's very kind.
Honestly, I would, if I could, I'd put money on you to win an EGOT in your lifetime.
I appreciate that. It's very kind of you to say.
And I bet the odds would be great because you're currently 0 of 4.
Oh, nowhere
I
to go but up.
Didn't even mean that as a burn. I'm like, legit, like, I'll get good odds and
Yes.
you're still going to pull it off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah.
you're speaking. I don't speak gamblers. So
Right,
that's why I was
exactly.
lost. Yes.
Today's episode of CHGO Bulls Post Game is also brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. Hope some of y'all out there got lucky on your same game parlays tonight.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, no worries, because we got a couple more win or go home playing games on Friday night. We
Does
got
anyone know who
Bulls Heat.
scored the first basket tonight, by the way?
I don't remember. Do you guys remember?
It was a 3.
Let us know in the comments who scored
I
the
know it
first
was a
basket.
3
I
by
wasn't watching.
Toronto.
You can check the
It was
play-by-play.
by Toronto?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a 3
never
by
mind.
Toronto.
Continue
'cause
with
I
the
remember
read.
Boots came back and hit a
Bulls'
jumper.
it was
first
a-
lead
if it was
was when they overtook the
Yeah.
Raptors.
Okay.
Okay,
Remember,
it
Bush
was
came down, hit
not
a jumper to make
Zach.
it
That's
3-2.
all we needed to
I
know.
remember that.
All Joey was looking for was whether or not it was Zach.
No, it was
Continue
Toronto.
with
Toronto
the
hit.
beautiful DraftKings read.
If your parlay did not hit tonight, no worries, because it is a no sweat same game parlay. You got a bonus bet back up to $10, and you can make another same game parlay on NBA action Friday night and then into the playoffs. Also, if you're a new customer at DraftKings Sportsbook, use that promo code CHGO when you sign up to take advantage of that awesome offer during the NBA playoffs of putting $5 on any NBA money line before the game starts and get $150 in bonus bets if that team wins.
Yes.
One more time, that's promo code CHGO when you sign up.
It's attractive.
Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, gentlemen. Joey, do we have any other super chats we need to get to?
We had a
Came
couple
in
come rolling in here towards the end. So let's see. I will pull them up. We had another shirt idea, which was Betwixt. That was
Betwixt.
it. See how that one does sales-wise.
I wanna
Jackson
try to
says,
Depending on the artwork, that might be a little too graphic.
pick your poison. What do you want to lose to, the Bucks or the Heat, which is worse?
Bucks is definitely worse because then you have to watch 4 losses instead of 1. Hello, people. Feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Heat is worse. Because that means I can't go to the playoffs.
Oh, my God.
Heat is worse.
You're killing me, Dave.
You'll be okay.
Killing me.
You got hats and shady rays.
Thank God for that.
And a drink in your hand.
Thank God
and
for
Burks
that.
on your feet.
Thank
you
God
will be fine.
That. Yeah, but you know what? I still got this stupid stash on my face. And I would have been going home and shaving it off tonight.
That's all he wanted to do. He wants to take it all. He can't wait. Oh, the horn.
Our DraftKings king of the game.
There it is.
Is that bad man.
It's 39.
39, my fault.
6 boards, 3 dimes, 13 of 15 at the free throw line.
Insane.
That's the stat of the night.
That is.
Zach LaVine basically beat the Raptors as a team at the free throw line. That's wild.
That's super wild, man. No, he was amazing. You can't be said enough. I can't wait to go back and just watch highlights of this and just see what he did, man. He was great.
Jeff in the comments is correct. Zach is deserving of king of the game. I don't know if Zach's ever been more deserving of king of the game than that. That performance in that game, that was a win or your season's over game.
Yeah.
But as Jeff says in the comments, queen of the game, DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, without a question.
DR.
A lot of people are actually picking DeMar DeRozan for a different award that we.
What award would that be, young Joseph Spath?
Well, I don't. Dave, you tell him what award that would be.
Boom! In your face.
In your face.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy.
Now the pleasure of introducing you to
Blazer. Yes.
Michelle.
This is the belt, y'all. Y'all see it. And I'm happy to have it in my hands.
There it is.
You know why? Because it means the Bulls won. This is only given out during wins. Win. Bump everything else. Win. Shout out J-Rock. Matt Pat, who's your goon tonight, sir?
Well, obviously, I feel like we know who it's going to go to if we give the people what they want, and it is deserving for the child of a player to win Goon of the Night tonight because she is the reason the Raptors shot 50% from the free throw line.
Correct.
But I need to take this opportunity to give my Goon of the Night love to someone I feel like we didn't talk about at all or nearly enough tonight, and that is Alex Caruso, a man who deserves to win this pretty much every night when he's out there and the Bulls win.
Approved.
My God, he had 2 steals, 2 blocks, and like 2
3
fouls.
steals, 3 blocks.
Talk slow.
Right. I was going to say like in the first 4 minutes of this game.
Yes,
that man was everywhere tonight doing Caruso things the way that we have come to love him do. And if he was not out there playing Caruso levels of defense, maybe this game gets away from the Bulls more than it did and prevents them from making that comeback. Every single second that Caruso is on an NBA floor, 100 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
And it's not just chaos and energy, but it's so beautifully refined and technically skilled.
Yeah.
And once again tonight, something we've seen Caruso do all season long, baiting bigs into offensive fouls on those screens at the top of the key.
Yes, absolutely right, Matt.
The man is gifted when it comes to that stuff. It is a beautiful and subtle and underappreciated element to his game. Caruso's a goon, and I love him.
Yeah, 5 fouls, man. He stayed in the game.
Yeah.
Which is all I talked about in the pregame. It was going to be important for him to not be in foul trouble because that gives you much more options in case Beverly was playing bad or, you want to move him to the 1 or you want Zach to get a rest. You can move him to the 2. Like, you can do several things with him if he's not in foul trouble. And he wasn't. Those 5, honestly, weren't really a thing. Picked up 2 in the first half. Those 3 came late in the second half. So he played well. Played, 31 minutes? Yeah. Excellent work, man. Excellent Alex Caruso work. Qualified by the GOAT.
Yeah.
Qual King, sir. Who was your goon of the night?
Alex. He's. I don't know what else I can add. That was very well said. He's going to be first team all defense.
That's what you can add. Right there.
First team all defense.
First team. You heard him.
I bullied the voters into making it happen.
Will was calling people that have votes for NBA end of season awards
actively
and threatening them.
Yeah.
If they didn't vote Alex first team all defense.
He's targeting them. Stupid.
Be a real shame if something happened to that beautiful orchid in your front lawn.
Snips. He's glasses. Doing that on the phone and shit.
DR, though, probably gonna win it.
Okay.
And I think for good reason.
Yeah. Spathis, sir.
I'll go with 2 honorary mentions. That would be number 1, DR, and number 2, Pat Williams. I just that one closeout contest stuck with me. Just thought he was giving it his effort when he was out there.
Yeah.
My goon of the night. I don't know if it necessarily embodies what the award is supposed to mean, but I mean, we talk about the guy every night, but for how fucking good Zach LaVine has been, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I think this is the best stretch of basketball I've ever seen him play. You've gotten for his entire career, the empty stats, empty calorie score argument. You know, this is one of the biggest games he's ever played in. Damn near 40 points. Really just felt like he put the team on his back. And it to me, it just, like, when you're watching him and he's in that zone, good luck. He was getting whatever he wants. And I just, like you said earlier, would you take Zach or Trae Young? I don't even think it's close. Like, I'm taking Zach all day, and I'm so impressed with how Zach has finished this season, especially just a couple weeks ago at the trade deadline, talking about potentially being traded, all this stuff, and Zach has really rose to the occasion. So that's my goon of the night.
That's true.
Long-winded.
All right.
That was a W.
Well, goon of the night.
Well said.
And let me give my honorable mention also. No, it's fine. Go ahead. Let me give my honorable mention to
We'll wait
Patrick
for the
Beverly
drum roll.
as well. Patrick Beverly, man, those rebounds he had in the fourth quarter and the defense that he played in the fourth quarter was severely important. That three-pointer he hit was huge.
That corner, huge.
Oh, huge, man.
To make those plays after an absolute dud of a first half.
Yes.
That's
and
big.
I mean a dud of a first and some of the third. But that fourth quarter, like those.
Isn't that Pat Bev's move?
Yes.
Pat Bev, this was you in the first half, buddy.
Yes, man.
Woo.
But he was huge in that fourth quarter, man. Those rebounds were big. Can't say enough about them, man. They don't win that without those happening. So shout out to them. But that's the honorable mention. But goon of the night goes to, of course, DeMar DeRozan. It's not even close. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is yours, man. This is for you, all right? You were the star of the show. I sat there and I told Matt, and we're watching a star being born right in front of our face. We saw it, man. First of all, the gear that you had on, exquisite. Incredible. Dope. You know, with the daddy's girl on the sleeve, monstrous, all right? But the timing of the screams, I don't think that's what's talked about enough here. It wasn't just, random screaming. It was the timing. You saw her watching, waiting for you to hit your motion right when you were about to release. Placow. Miss. Placow. Another miss. What? VanVleet shoots 89% from the free throw line. He doesn't suck. Well, what did he end up with? What did that man, VanVleet, end up with when he's shooting them free throws?
3 of 6.
3 of 6. That's 50%, ladies and gentlemen.
Anunoby was 3 of 8. Siakam, 5 of 11. Unreal.
Unreal, man. All hurt. Because, and you know what's brilliant about it? Everybody's quiet. Nobody said anything. So they weren't expecting that. That's going to throw you off.
Their home floor.
Right. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to make noise when your opponent shoots free throws.
All I can say is bring that with you to Miami because they ain't going to be there early.
I saw some people in the comments talking about it. I also saw the tweet. I believe it was Casey who had it from DeMar, who said, tonight was a special occasion because we went to Toronto. She's not coming to the game in Miami. She's got to be at school. So, Bulls good luck charm.
Damn it.
Is not going to be
Friday night.
Damn it, education.
It is a Friday night. Well, yeah, why not go down to Miami?
Education.
I mean, darn, their good luck charm can't go down to Miami. Shucks.
He's broken up about it. Tone, what up, bro? I see you out there. What's up, Tone?
Yeah, I mean, once I found out it was DeMar's daughter, my perspective changed.
Yes, absolutely. How could it not? And then once they found, that was my favorite part, is when they found her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That they just left the camera on her, man. And just watching the precision of it. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. And it helped. It did nothing but help. Look at DeMar DeRozan's school ruled out for Friday night's matchup.
Or did she get a letter written for her to miss school?
Right. Good point.
Dear Dean, principal, whoever, please excuse DeRozan from school today.
Yeah.
She's sick.
Has a vitally important case of Bulls fever.
It's going around.
Must be in Miami.
Catch it. It's going around, baby.
It's cool to see.
Shout out to her, man.
And it's just awesome because you know how much DeMar loves his girls.
Correct.
That makes you smile. Even if you're a cynical asshole like me who was hoping the Bulls lost tonight so we would be done with this misery.
That's right, but they didn't.
It makes you smile.
W's. You see what's on the belt, don't you? That's why it's only given away with the wins, because it's a W on it, Will. W. Ow!
Gentlemen, how do we feel about this game against the Heat on Friday? Real quick before we get out of here. They looked like dog shit against the Hawks
They did.
last night.
They did, man.
I mean, absolutely destroyed on the glass by Atlanta. I think Atlanta finished with 650 offensive rebounds.
Actually, 652.
And playoff Jimmy? Not so much, Will.
Yeah, not there.
Which probably means he's going off against us, but hey.
Could be, but he wasn't
He
there.
missed so many layups.
Yeah.
It was weird. And
think-
he took 9 threes. Just
what is that?
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
It was a strange game. I think the Heat are just not very good. I know they won 44 games, but like I don't really understand how. They obviously made it to the conference finals last year. Not the same team this year. Missing PJ Tucker. Not as, I think, versatile defensively. Not shooting the ball as well. But obviously it's going to be a challenge. The Bulls have beaten them all 3 times they played this year.
They have.
By a combined 32 points.
That's true.
You have to feel pretty good, but one game.
50-50. No matter what, it's 50-50, man. I mean, who thought that Atlanta was going in there? You know what I'm saying, to get a win? I don't think any of us had that.
Did you guys see DeJounte Murray's quote tweet last night after that game?
What'd he say?
So ESPN had their panel of NBA experts and analysts and journalists. 17 ESPN NBA talking heads made their predictions for these play-in games. 17 of 17 picked the Heat over the Hawks. And DeJounte Murray just quote tweeted and was like, got y'all, suckers. I wonder if they were a little motivated by that.
I want to go. Trae Young said he was. He said he heard Jimmy talking about how they were going to beat them, and he's like, I didn't want that to happen.
We looked at that matchup in our show yesterday.
We saw it
in the day.
Yeah, how bad Trae had been.
It's got to be Heat, right?
Yeah, but shout out Clint Capella. He ended up with 21 rebounds, man, against that team, and I don't remember how many blocks. I think he had 4, maybe.
That's
Probably more than that. Is there a line on the game yet?
I have not looked yet.
You gambling man.
My guess is being at home and being a higher seed than us coming into the play-in that Miami will be favored. It's just a question of by how much.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
point.
the Bulls are going to win.
Yeah, 21 rebounds for Capella. Yeah, that's
I think
crazy.
the Bulls are going to win. I think their destiny is to face the Bucks in the first round
Come on with it, man. Bring that destiny to me.
and lose in 5 games the same way. They did
I'm
last
with
year.
it.
Yay.
You gotta go, baby. Gotta go to the
Hashtag
play.
continuity.
Gotta go, man. Gotta go to the playoffs. Man.
Totally
Nothing wrong
paying
with it.
off. I do not see a live or a line yet for Bulls Heat. But my guess would be Heat minus 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 3 of that's just for being at home.
Yeah.
I
Fair
think it'll be an even game. And I won't be surprised at all if the Bulls win. All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank y'all for tuning in so much. We had so many of y'all show out and enjoy this Bulls Winners Lounge with us. Sorry that I was a poor sport about it, but if you watched pregame, if you've been paying attention for the last month,
You know who he is.
you know how I feel about this, and I'm not alone. I have to be that voice for the Bulls fans who are like, you know what? I was ready to be put out of my misery tonight.
Oh, don't worry, Bulls fans.
But for those who weren't ready for that
I gave
yet,
it to him nice.
y'all go enjoy yourselves.
You're damn right we are.
Y'all go enjoy.
Oh, we on the way.
Have fun.
We will.
Either way, we love and appreciate y'all, and seriously, thank y'all for tuning in all season long.
Word.
Will, you and Mark K got an HQ coming tomorrow afternoon, correct? There you go. Yep. And then we will be back Friday.
Yeah.
Pre and post game.
Yeah.
Do or die game number 2, Bulls Heat. Half hour before tip off. We will see you then. In the meantime, you can follow Will _Gottlieb, Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports. Joey 1K is at Joey Spathis. We are CHGO _Bulls. I'm Bulls _Pack. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed and become a diehard if you haven't already.
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Like Ronetta.
They'll talk to you tomorrow. Well, I'll talk to you on Friday. See Red be good.
Peace. Play it again, Joey, real quick. Bulls win.